All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Welcome to the show. I'm Action Jackson, here to give a good episode of Tantra Love. So hope you have a good time and you're in for a ride and a good treat.
All right. So one of our team members or crew members, whichever you want to call it, is absent this evening, and that's none other than Special K. So Special K, I hope you're listening, girl, because you know what? This is for you to rock your world. But because she's not here, we're going to continue on. And like I said, upscale love is just what it is. It's all about upscale love, relationships, and anything you want to know about relationships, whether you're a divorcee, if you're single, if you're married, if you're a widower like myself, Upscale Love is here for you. We are here with great conversations and we cover a multitude of different hot topics and other things all in between. So don't let this be your first or your last time joining us, because each week it is definitely a treat. And so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Lady T so she can get it crack-a-lacking about our topic this evening. And I hope you all enjoy. Lady T, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Fabulous. So tonight's hot topic is Tantra. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with that, but it can be sexual, of course. But tonight we're going to take it nice and slow just for the beginners. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Tantra is just a form of connecting with yourself. And we are going to do a little exercises, like 1 or 2 exercises to like get you familiar with your body. So does anyone know what Tantra is? Anyone? You want to raise your hand?
No, tell us, please tell us. Is Darren, you raising your hand to answer that question?
I have not raised my hand, but yes, I have looked into it in the past as far as tantric sex is concerned. And I'm torn about it. I mean, it has its place, but it's not something that I would be looking forward to each and every time.
So,
oh, go ahead.
No, I was getting ready to say, so Darren, you say you're not looking forward to it each and every time. Can you tell me why, Darren?
Okay, see, people be calling me out for no reason. I just came on here just to be on here and listen. But all right.
You know why I call you out, Darren? Because I love your voice. Your voice is so, it's almost as good as Dr. Feelgood. So bring it on. Tell me now.
All right. The reason that I'm not 100% want tantric sex every time, because when I explored it, I looked into it. It does have everything to do with trying to be just there with your partner. It isn't so much of the physical, it is more of the hold, stare each other in the eye, get to know them, feel them, trying to get into their mind, trying to get them to just concentrate on you, which, in my opinion, if you're doing it right in the first place, all of that takes place at the very same time. You don't necessarily just need to be concentrating on tantra. But I do understand that a lot of people use tantric sex and they actually get off from it. Haven't figured that out yet, but yeah,
Okay.
I prefer just let's take the whole gamut, but that's not what we talked about tonight. So, but that's my take on tantric.
Okay. So, I don't know much about the tantric sex, but I read just a little bit and it was saying that you have to get into your breathing pattern and breathe together. So when they're talking, since you tried this, Darren, I'm assuming you tried it. When it says breathing, are you like breathing in harmony, breathing or breathing in her ear, breathing on her neck? I'm still exploring with you, Darren. I need you to just tell me a little bit more so I can understand it.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
It's along the lines of how can I put it? It's more along the lines of say for instance, you're not I'm trying to come up with the right word. It's more meditation. That's what I'm looking for. It's
Okay.
more of meditation where the two partners are there together. You can either be intertwined, legs over each other, holding each other, but you're not so much breathing to stimulate. It's more like you said in the beginning, you're breathing to match each other's breath. You're breathing to feel each other's energy. You are there to try to match their heartbeat. You're there to try to get that feeling between the two. So if
Oh,
you're already in love and you're already making love, tantric sex is just supposed to be another way for you to connect, for you to come together, for you to be able to shut out the rest of the world and only concentrate on the two people that are there. So to me, it's more of a meditation style of sex.
oh, okay. So it's for the slow and the easy to get down with the groove on a slow tip. It's not that tear off your clothes kind of thing. I got you. I'm following you, Darren. I'm following you tonight. So back to
Okay.
Lady T.
So Darren, I just have one more question. Do you feel like you're being cheated when you do practice that?
No, I wouldn't say that you're being cheated. I would say that it's one of those situations when you're involved in tantric sex where you and your partner have decided, you know what, we just want to be. It isn't even so much about the sex part, it's more about the connection. It's more about, I think somebody put a message in the chat about yoga. It's a yoga style of sex. It's a meditation style of sex. You are there to feel that person. You are there to connect with that person on an emotional level, on what some people call a more spiritual level, and not so much the physical. And like I said, I have spoken to people where they've actually got off from participating in tantric sex because they say the connection is so strong that it actually got them off. Don't understand that part, but it is what it is.
Okay, thank you, Darren. So you are absolutely right. It's sexual energy. It's about connecting without having sex. You can take it to the next level, however, but it's more of like a tease, a type of foreplay. So, and then it's a good exercise because you're learning your partner and your partner is learning you. So with that said, trying to get in sync with your heart and your spirit and your sense of breathing would definitely take you to that level, where you want to go. So I want to chime in on one of the ladies tonight. Leanne, have you ever tried Tantra?
No, and I can't talk right now. No.
Okay, guys, we're going to have fun tonight. Keisha, what about you?
No, I haven't, but can I have the definition of it? Because I came in a little too late.
I put the definition in the box.
You did, Dr. Sugar?
I put the definition of tantra in the box, and I'm about to put in the concept in the box in a second, as soon as I can.
It's like woven together. That's the best word to use to describe tantra.
You say it's like being woven together. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it's the Sanskrit word meaning woven together.
Okay.
So it means to becoming one in a not only a physical way, but in a spiritual, mental, psychological way. You're bringing your anybody here watch Star Trek back in the days?
No, Dr. Feelgood.
Of course.
Like yin and yang when it come together.
One of the main characters named Spock, he used to do what was called a Vulcan mind meld. And the thing that he used to say was, you are mind and I are one mind. We are one mind. We have one mind. And that's kind of the foundation of being with Tantra. You're taking, I also put in the box, know in the biblical sense. To know somebody in the biblical sense means to really get to understand them, not only their physicalness, the physicality, but also with their spirit and their soul. They touch the soul. And if you're, you just don't do it with any Joe or Jane on the street, because it's not the same. Most people will do it with a person that they're really feeling a connection to. They want to take it to the next level. It doesn't always have, it could be a massage. It could be, but it's an aspect of combining physical, spiritual, and mental, so that you're drawing closer, and that it's a form of intimacy.
A lot of people who are like Buddhists and Hindu practice that type of sexual relationship, tantra.
And it's basically the journey. It's a journey. It's not a destination. Climax is not it may be the destination, but the important part is the journey. How do you get there? And that's how we should look at our relationships. We should always look at the journey.
I'm just wondering, is it similar to, the ancient, what is it, Kama Sutra? Is it?
That's a part of it. That's the Hindu version of Tantra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
But Kama Sutra is more the physical part. Tantra is the overarching concept of mind, body, and soul. And you're doing it for more than one person. You're bringing two together as one. And like I said, it goes in Judaism, Christianity, we talk about knowing people. I know her in the biblical sense? I knew him in a biblical sense, meaning that it wasn't just a, hey, how you doing? Rub, pump, dump. It's more of
a real deep.
Right. Yeah.
A deep connection. Right.
And I got you. And the difference between having intercourse and making love. They're similar, but they're not the same thing in context.
Gotcha.
And also, Dr. Fab, also explore all the 5 senses of Tantra love. Smelling, touching, feeling, tasting, all the above, and listening.
All 5.
The senses.
Okay. That might be interesting.
It's more of if you want to relax with a person and get to know a person more on a spiritual level and a spiritual connection, you just can't, like Dr. Fabulous, Dr. Feelgood said, you can't pursue anybody. You gotta be the right person who into that kind of sexual.
Somebody that you're really into as far as a true relationship, right. Not a.
Because if you try with any random person, everything this guy is kind of weird or kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, or a female, who just doing it for the first time. And if you know the person, you have to have a connection with them.
I got you. So I think Lady T had to step away.
No, here I am. I'm back.
Sorry.
Sorry about that, Dr. Fabulous. So basically, in layman's term, it's a form of teasing and breathing. And so I just wanted to reach out. So have you ever been in a relationship to where this person can just touch you and your body tingles? Or like Dr. Feelgood, his voice, and your soul shivers. So that's basically what Tantra stage 1 is. I mean, you have several levels of it, but it's more how intense you want to be with someone. And like they said, you cannot pick anyone. It's about slowing down. It's about learning your body, learning your partner's body, and it's about not being ashamed. Because sometimes we're having sex and we're like, embarrassed or shameful, and it's really not about that. It's about mind, taking breaths, slowing everything down, and just being passionate, being relaxed and calm, and letting your body connect with your partner's body. So, Dr. Feelgood, you want to do the first exercise?
Sure. What do I need to do? Make me think.
Okay, let's start with simple. Relax your mind. Take deep breaths. You all can join in. Clear your mind. Don't think about work, your situation, bills. Just clear your mind. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay. Now, how does that feel?
I'm about to put my ass to sleep, but it felt good though.
So now that your body is calm and you're breathing, still breathe. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Your whole body, you have to breathe in so deep to where
10 seconds.
Your stomach is like touching your back. And then when you want to release, you should start feeling your body tingle. Okay. Dr. Fab, do you feel relaxed?
I don't.
Because you're not doing it right. You got to close
You're
your
not
eyes,
doing it right.
sit back.
When you breathe in, you're soaking up all your problems, all your stress, and then you're going to release, and you have to just let go. You may need some incense or something, but you just have to let it go. And then you should feel the tension like released, because the first exercise we are going to practice on ourselves. And those of you who have a couple, married or couple, then you can bring your partner in. One more time. Breathe in.
Action Jackson, you are not breathing in because your nostrils didn't. I'm just watching.
Okay. So now in the next step of our beginners, you want to just, touch yourself. It's okay to touch yourself. You don't have to take your clothes off. This is beginners. You just want to touch yourself slowly, gentle.
Did you all notice? Listen, did you all notice that Action Jackson cut his camera off? He must be really touching. He ain't touching. That's what you was doing.
Come on, Nasty J. Just, rub your head, rub your arms. Come on, that chest.
I don't see your hands. Feel Good, where's your hands?
My hands are on my mouse.
Oh,
I can't
I thought
can't
you was
double hand the mouse.
Feel
So
Good. Okay.
no,
You can't
I gotta be diligent on the show. You know that. Come on now. If I was gonna touch myself, I show everybody.
Don't show everybody.
This is PG 13.
Well, I'm rated 12.
You ready? Okay, I got you.
Wait a minute. I was told this was rated R. So when did PG-13
Wait.
come into the?
This is stage one.
This is just stage one, Darren.
This is stage one, Darren. We just relaxing, calming our minds, staying focused on the topic and not sidetracked, Dr. Fabulous. We're getting in sync as one. We're calming our voices, relaxing, breathing, touching our arms, just rubbing ourselves, like we're holding ourselves nice and slow, squeezing along the way. Do you feel that? Dr. Feel Good? Rub your legs. You know how you're sitting at your desk and all of a sudden you're just rubbing your legs? No?
Yeah, something like that.
Guys, it's not going to work if you don't put 100% in it.
Oh, I'm feeling it.
I feel you, Dr. Feel Good. Nasty J, what are your thoughts since you're smiling?
I'm speechless.
Jackson.
I'm speechless right now. I'm trying to get into it.
Are you nervous? Are you feeling shameful, embarrassed?
It's a weird exercise. I've never tried anything like this before in my life, so it's weird. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a new experience.
Okay, well, this is for,
the beginning of it.
So, Dr. Feel Good, I'm going to turn it over to you for your second stage.
Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do more of a thought exercise. I'm just going to go around the room and ask, is there someone in your life or someone in your past or someone you thought that you would really want to bond, not only physically, because we all got that people we'd like to F if we had the chance, spiritually, meaning we want to touch folks and reach a deeper connection, and mentally getting to a point where you know where each other, what each other's thoughts are, and be able to be a union. I'll start off with you, Action.
Repeat the question.
Have you had somebody or had somebody that made you want to connect with them on a deeper level instead of, we all had that person we wanted to F. We all had that person that met us on that intellectual level. We had that person that met us on the spiritual level. We also had that person that meant, you can finish each other's sentences. Who in your past, present, or future have you had that feeling towards that you want to get to know on a deeper level?
I think I have that person right now, so I'm good. My wife,
Okay. Okay. How long have y'all been together?
Since 2013.
Okay. Were y'all married the whole time or?
No, we got married in 2017.
Okay, so 4 years together. And when did you notice that you were finishing her sentences? Because I'm sure y'all do that.
Yes. I guess when we're around family members and friends, and we just realize we start compete, especially when we do events or activities, I know what she likes, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. But I think that helped through conversation over time though.
Right.
So we have similar interests and likes.
Now, would you be more adventurous in the bedroom for that form of intimacy where and you don't have to answer that like graphically. Would you like to have a form of intimacy where it takes a long time just to be able to bond?
I think the time frame now is perfect, in my opinion.
Okay, because women like to cuddle, and it can be cuddle and get hot.
Well, I love the cuddle. I love to play footsie. So
thank you. Let's go to Ryan. Ryan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Have you ever had somebody in the past, present, or future that you want to get to know on more than a physical level?
Yes.
Are they in your life now, or?
No, not in my life.
What happened, if you're willing to express?
I could just say we went separate ways.
So y'all grew apart.
Yes.
Understandable. Don't have to go into details, but if you had a chance to rekindle with that person to get to know them on a deeper level, would you?
At the moment, I'm not sure.
That's a valid answer.
Just don't know how it will play out. So
that's understandable. That's understandable. I appreciate I appreciate the candor. Miss Marilyn, can you hear me?
Sorry, I can. I was struggling to get you off unmute.
I always say sometimes we got to be smarter than the equipment. I understand totally. So do you have somebody who you've ever wanted to know on a deeper level, more than just physical?
It's hard for me to answer that question because I feel like for me, in order to get physical with someone, I have to know them on an emotional level. So I don't, do you mean someone that I just saw and I'm like attracted to them, or?
No. I mean, I'm talking about in a stage of life. If you never had anybody, is there somebody you might think of that in that way?
I don't know. Like, so somebody that I don't know that I would like.
You don't have to know them. I'm just saying it. Let me put it this way: everybody has somebody that they just want to have physical intercourse with, right? Am I too off with that?
A little bit for me, yeah.
But everybody has somebody that they can get the business.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that, and you didn't have to have done the business with them, but is somebody that you knew in the past, your present, or maybe somebody you had in mind, saying, I wouldn't mind getting to know somebody on a deeper level, make a deeper connection.
Gotcha. So for me, I like to consider myself as like a demisexual. When I see someone, I can't just like, oh, he looks good, I want to have sex with him. So for me, the attraction isn't there. I'm more so attracted to an emotional level. So everyone that I've ever been physical with, I've had to know them on a deeper level. Like, for instance, I've never had a one night stand before, like, or just have sex for just purely sex.
Okay. And have any of those people have they ever led you to anything more than just not casual, but not, because you don't sound like you do casual, but somewhat relationship type, any type of relationship, whether it was long-term or ring?
Yeah, so I was married for 10 years, and every relationship that I've had, every person that I've been physical with, it's been in a long-term relationship. So I've never had like casual sex. So I don't think I can relate to this.
No, I can understand, and that's why I worded it like I did, because you don't sound like you do casual. So, but that you did have relationships. May I ask what happened between you and the last person that you were serious with?
I feel like for me, so I'm on a personal journey where I'm always trying to better myself, and I'm always constantly evolving, and he was too comfortable with being complacent. So I decided to go our separate ways, if that makes sense. Because when you're especially like a marriage, you have to choose that person over and over again. And I chose not to. I don't want to be.
So you got to your point, was like, we're not growing together, we're growing apart.
Yes, I felt like I was growing and he was just in the same place.
Still growing apart. Only one of y'all growing, right?
So.
Thank you for your candor. I'm going to move on. iPhone, are you there, iPhone?
Well, we got 2 iPhones now. iPhone in the middle, iPhone to the right, iPhone,
either
any
one.
iPhone.
Any iPhone.
I think our iPhones are just listeners because they didn't say anything.
Okay. Mr. Darren, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Have you ever had somebody in your life that you want to know on a deeper level, in your past, your present, or someone you've associated with now? Did you ever have the urge to do that?
Yeah, with my wife now.
Okay. How long have you been married?
12 years.
Oh, were y'all together prior to being married, or was it y'all met in Vegas and just decided to jump the rope?
No, we got together after my first and got time to get to know each other. And once we got to know each other,
okay,
for about 2 years before we got married.
Okay. When did you get to a point where y'all were completing each other's sentences and you knew her and she knew you?
Probably about a year in. Because both of us took our time to get to know each other first. We talked about everything from whether we wanted kids, religion, politics, where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do, how we felt about this, that, and the third. We had all those conversations.
Okay. And that's some things that, because some people been married for 15, 20 years and still don't know each other.
And that's one of the things that I learned out of that first union. I would be polite about it for now. But I learned a lot from that. And we were both on the same tip as far as, if we're going to be together, we need to know what we're getting into. We need to know the person. I don't need or want any surprises. You don't want or need any surprises. So let's just lay it all out.
Okay.
Yeah, we actually did counseling together, and we did this thing that I don't do it now, but when we first got together and we had more people that we were associated with, we did this thing called the 10 Commandments of Marriage, and just ask some basic questions, just simple questions you can ask a person before they get married, and depending on how they answer it, you can basically tell them whether or not they should get married. So we went through all of that before we decided to get married.
Sometimes what people don't realize, a lot of people who don't have solid relationships don't realize, is that it's a continuous interview.
It is.
It is a continuous interview. In long-term relationships and marriage, you're constantly asking questions, because as much as we want to say that we're solid people and we're straight, or we think differently from minute to minute, from day to day, and our partners have to want to be able to understand us. Sometimes we don't understand. Sometimes our partners understand us better than we understand ourselves. And we have to recognize that, because a lot of times people get upset. They're not upset at their partner per se, but they're upset because they feel that their partner doesn't know them like they think they should. But that's where communication comes in handy, and being able to constantly, you don't have to talk every 20 minutes, but you got to understand, you start off as strangers, you become strange friends, then you become friends, and then you become more than friends, and then you become part of each other. And how that ties in is, you're just not going to have practice intimacy, tantric intimacy with some random off the street, or even somebody you just met the first day. It is levels to this, and we have to understand, if we want to be in a relationship, that it's constant. It is work. It is not. There's fun. Hell, we all had fun at work at one time. We didn't hate our jobs all the time, but we didn't love our jobs all the time. But we understood that we had something to do, and it was our duty to do the best job that we could to get the best results.
It's funny that you say you learn your partner almost on a daily basis, but I thought it was so cute. I know you all have heard of the newlywed game, and my husband and I, he's deceased now, but when he was living, we won the newlywed game. And I was like, he really knows me, because most of the time you see the newlywed game and the people be hunching each other and beating them down because they thought they should know this. But to become intimate with someone in their mind, body, and spirit is one of the greatest connections that you could ever have. And I went on to read about this tantric sex and things of that nature. I think that when you have a person that communicates well, this might be a key factor for them, because you have to be able to communicate with your partner in order to get to the next level. So I think that's pretty decent. And Darren, great job. Ryan, great job. Bridget, I want to talk to you. Can you hear me, Bridget?
I can hear you.
Do you think you would ever try this, or if you have tried it?
I haven't tried it, but I'm definitely open to it. I mean, I think it's like a mature level thing, and definitely want to be, have that closeness, vulnerability, and all the things that come with it. I think I'd be open to it. I'm not sure what it would all entail, but that's why I'm tuning in tonight to learn a little bit more.
Okay, it's nothing like learning, because knowledge is power. That's what I tell them. I see we have someone else that came on. I thank you, iPhone, for putting up a picture so we won't have to say iPhone 1, iPhone 2. Thank you so much. Tamara, can you hear us, Tamara? Well, I guess Tamara can't hear us, but okay. So Dr. Feelgood, you were saying, and I jumped in.
I was going to go to Iris next. Miss Iris, can you hear me? Welcome to the show.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank
you for the
first,
welcome.
let me ask, are you married?
No.
Are you in a long-term relationship?
Yes.
Okay, I was going to next, if you said no, I was going to ask you, do you like long walks at the beach?
I like this too, but yeah.
Anyway, in your long-term relationship, how long have you guys been together, if I may ask?
It's been on and off for about 3 years.
On and off.
Yeah,
now,
sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. At the moment, we're on.
That's understandable. That's understandable. Everybody, like I said, you're not going to love your job all the time. You're not going to hate your job all the time. But some days are better than others. The biggest thing is, do you guys know each other on more than a physical level or a surface level?
Yeah, I would believe so.
Can you give me an example of how he knows you or how you know him?
He knows the things I like, and definitely knows the things I don't like.
Such
and
as?
the same with him. He knows if he's getting me food, no spicy. I know that if he's putting up something, not to come asking to help because he don't like that.
Let me ask a question. Do you feel compelled sometimes to want to help even when he asks you not to?
Yes, that's just me being me.
Right. So my question is that what makes you feel, why do you think you do that?
In general, I just like to assist, and that's just not with him, but with people in general.
And that's understandable. It's no judgment zone here. I'm just saying, because a lot of times, especially men, we don't like asking for help. We do not like asking for help, and that's just that I can truly say as a man, that's a man thing. However, when the opportunity comes, we will accept help, but we don't want our significant other to help us much, because that way we think that makes us look weak or something like that. Now, that's not every man. I'm not gonna say all or every, but that's usually why a lot of men don't ask, because they don't want to be perceived as they can't and possibly be perceived as weak. So in the 3 years y'all been together, what was the most romantic thing that he's done for you?
Romantic thing. He cooks for me. I find that romantic.
Hey, no, I mean, hey, does he usually cook for you, or is he a good cook, first of all?
No.
Did he make you shrimp Alfredo?
There's no normal cooking.
Okay, so that's good. It's the thought that counts, because a lot of times people don't appreciate other people for what they do for them. That's stuff that didn't have to do, but they felt that it would be a nice gesture. So that's wonderful. I appreciate your candor. Miss Marlena, holla at your boy.
What's going on? Good evening.
All right, good evening, and always, we're glad to have you on the show. My question is that to you: did you ever want to be around somebody, or did you know somebody, or in the future want to be around somebody that you want to get to know better?
Like meaning like first like an ex?
An ex, current, or somebody you might be lusting after?
Definitely not an ex. Yeah. Okay, well, yeah. If anybody, then yeah, of course.
And how long were y'all together?
Child, she thinking about Chris Brown, and that's far-fetched from it.
Hey, I'm with you, Marlena. I'm
She's thinking about Chris.
Okay.
And that's not realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I always used to say that that Gabrielle Union was my next ex-wife. So I understand where that's coming from.
Mine is a terrible thing to waste, people.
Hey, and a waste is a terrible thing not to mind.
Okay.
The next one I'm looking at is iPhone with the picture. Miss iPhone with the picture, how you doing? What's your name? Holla at your boy.
Oops.
She made me busy. We can come back to her.
Okay. Lady T, I know you're already in the deeps of nuptials and stuff like that, and so how long did it take for your husband to get to know you?
Like off the bat, we were really connected. I actually had my first orgasm with him. So, and I didn't even know what that was at the time, you know.
You thought he broke you?
Just know stuff was shooting out and I didn't know which one it was.
It's like, oh, you broke me up.
Oh.
Thanks for sharing that, Lady T. Now we know.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, no judgment zone. I mean,
I
it took
agree.
like what 30 years to get there, but I finally experienced it. And one of the factors was to just let go, let me be me, let me do me. And he took the time to learn my body, to learn how to touch me, how to like think my body and mind with him. So I mean, right off the bat, we just connected and we had the harmony going. But when I experienced that for the first time, no one told me this is how it is. And sure enough, the videos didn't show all that. But when I did experience it by just letting go and taking my time, I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, and that's understandable because a lot of times when we've lived a life for so long and not experienced anything like that, especially ladies, because truth be told, most men don't care if y'all get orgasm or not. We just want to get ours. But it takes a true person who cares about a person to learn that person's body and mind. So that's it. That's why it ties back to Tantra, because a woman can't climax unless her mind is free. And how do you get a woman's mind free? By making her feel safe, taken care of, loved, and respected. How do you do that? You got to get to know the woman. And a lot of guys are just here. A lot of guys just here for today. A lot of guys are just here for today, but
tomorrow.
A true guy that's really into you is going to get to know your body. And men have a selfish reason behind that, because we always want to come back. You be mad at me, but I just ring the ding dong and you be like, I hate you, but come on in. Make me feel like that again. If I'm lying up, they say good sex covers a multitude of sins. But it's funny though that some people can know each other right away, and some people could be together for years and years and years and don't really know. And that is something of a kind of a some people are afraid to let their deepest, darkest desires be known. Because hell, I know if a woman told me, that she was holding back and she was saying that, we broke up, and she said, I really want to have an orgy, but I was afraid to tell you because I judge you.
Have an orgy or an orgasm?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, orgy. Yeah.
Orgy. O-R-G-Y.
Oh, okay.
Multiple people doing multiple things. But
yeah,
the
that's
thing
the
is,
problem.
though,
People are ashamed. They're ashamed of letting go.
And at me, I would be, because you thought that little of me that I would not understand you or say yes or no.
All feel good. You would have been down like 4 flat tires. Hush your mouth.
But that's beside the point.
Feel good.
That is beside the point. I'm just saying, if you felt that you couldn't tell me that, then why are you with me if we're trying to get deeper?
Well, feel good. Check it out now. We got some hot stuff going on in this here chat. I'm not understanding. Darren, he says that is so wrong. It is true, but so wrong, especially if you give a 2-for-1. Then iPhone with the picture says, I'm planning a threesome for my man next week. So go on, iPhone.
But that's the thing though, and he's right though, because
what is a 2-for-1 though? I want somebody to explain that.
No, you get 2, I get 1. For every 1 I get, you get 2.
My brother.
That's how we go. That's how we get back. That's how we come back. Get you to come back, because like I said, I could be an awful person, poor character, but if I'm making you climax every 2 times
for
I'm
one.
with you, yeah, you gonna be like, I hate you, but come on in here and give me some of that.
You gonna have some seizures.
But that's what I'm saying is, and that's what he meant by that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Now
that's why old Dr. Feelgood, that international. I see you got that Jamaica on tonight. I see you got that Jamaica on.
Jamaica. Shaba.
It's the love, man. Shaba.
But Miss Gnarly, depending on the threesome, who the members are, he could like it or he could be like, hell no.
Can I ask Miss Gnarly? See, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna ask because this show is a little explicit tonight. So Miss Gnarly, my question that I'm asking you, is it gonna be 2 men and 1 woman or 2 women and 1 man? Please tell me.
Thank you
2
for asking
men.
that for me so I wouldn't sound creepy.
I want to know. Did you say something, Miss Gnarly?
Well, it's gonna be my man. Yeah, it's gonna be my man and like one of my homegirls, because I'd rather do a threesome with someone I know instead of like somebody new, because I don't really feel like getting to know anybody to feel the vibes. So personally, I just rather do it like one of my homegirls that I know, and then it just be my dude and a girl.
Okay, here's
wait, Dr. Feelgood.
Wait,
I
Doc,
got to jump in here, Dr. Feelgood. Go on and say it. Go on and say it. I'm gonna let you have it. Go on, Dr. Feelgood.
Are you gonna use your liquor license?
She don't know what it is. She's not as old.
Lick. Are you going to lick, Gnarly?
I mean, I won't say I'm bisexual. I just like what I like. But I mean, I just got a relationship of like 2 years with a female. So, I'm good on that part.
I'm
I'm good on that part.
Doc.
But it's just like, me personally, if I'm inviting somebody into my personal space with my man, it's just like, first of all, y'all ain't about to be exchanging numbers. She already know what the deal is. So it's just like, I'm basically inviting her. I'm paying for the whole weekend, hotel, food, drinks, and then that's like, I feel like that's how I do it. And it's just like, she's coming. Like I told her I'm kidnapping her for the weekend. So it's just like, I told her like, you're just there to get the fuck. Basically, me and my niggas gonna fuck you. So it's just like, I personally don't want to get ate and all that stuff. I don't want to get ate, but we're gonna fuck her, and we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna smoke on some reefer. We're gonna drink. We're gonna vibe and
fun.
yeah,
smoking
like
that hippie lettuce.
Well,
Gnarly, let me ask you this.
What? I'm always.
Hold on, Dr. Fabulous. Hold on. So, Gnarly, do you think later will that cause a problem with you guys' friendship?
See, you just cut me off because that was the question I was getting ready to ask.
Personally, like, I would say like, it's like I'm 32, my dude is 33, and she's like 34. So it's just like, we grown, you know what I'm saying? Like, we on that type of time. We just there to have a good time, for the weekend and just, slide. Like, it's not even on that type of, time. Like, I'm very like, I'm a plus size girl, but I'm not insecure. Like, I know what I want. I know what I like. Nothing bothers me really. So it's just like, I'm not, I'm the one that's planning this, so I'm not insecure at all. Like, I'm planning this for him because I feel like he deserves it. And I mean, he asked me about it and I was like, you deserve that. So I'm just like, let's, let's ride on it. So
Gnarly. I'm always the devil's advocate. And I'm Dr. Fabulous.
Okay, what you got?
Okay, let me give it to you straight and plain. Okay, Tasha Lady T tried to come to you in a direction as in later on down the line, do you think it's gonna cause some problems? Okay. You said you're very
as problems.
You don't know. I got to build the picture. I got to let you get it so you can see it. Listen.
I don't really cause no problems because especially like we already know, like I already know, like she know what she there for. Like
But you know what?
she's there for a
Sometimes,
good
listen to
time,
me,
not a
Gnarly.
long time.
Gnarly, I'm finna give you the
But
key. I'm gonna give you the key. You say she knows what she's there for. But like you said, you all are into your zone, you're having a great time. And then she may be enjoying it more than you with your partner. And then your partner, listen, Gnarly, I'm just keeping it real now. Because if your partner know how to do it right, you heard how Dr. Feelgood say, you go to the door and they say, I hate you, but come on in here because you laid that plank like you never laid it before. Now, the whole thing is if your partner know how to lay that plank, she might become like a little more addicted to your partner than to you. And she may not want to do you. I know you say that's your girl, that's your home girl. But listen now, being all real, putting all jokes to the side. Sometimes that home girl might want what you got and you don't know it yet. But you setting up this threesome.
I mean, this is not my first rodeo, I would say.
It's not with
it's not my first rodeo.
With the same
no, this not my first rodeo. I would say
What
like
I'm
with
asking
her,
you
like
is it
I've
with
been
the
knowing her for a
same
long
home
time,
girl?
but like,
is it with the same home girl? That's what I'm asking you.
I mean, I don't have like this probably like my second home girl I don't slid on my relationship. So
okay, but what I'm saying is, have she ever been in on a home girl slide ride with you before? That's what I'm asking you. Because if this is
like her first time,
person,
but she's more excited. Yeah, she's more excited because she just got out of a situation herself, like for 2 years, and it was like a hurtful situation. So she's just more excited of like she about to come the whole weekend, basically. So it's just like I told her I'm gonna kidnap her. I was like, even on the ride there, I'm gonna slide with you on the ride. So it's just like, you know, I don't know if you know what that means, but on the ride going while we going down to Miami, I'm gonna have fun with her while we in the car too. And then like while we're there, of course she get like, I'm the one who told my guy, I was like, I want to see you fuck with somebody else in front of me. Like I'm just into a lot of stuff. I just like stuff like that. So it's just like,
and that's grown. You act grown people.
I'm very grown with it. Like I'm not insecure. I'm not worrying about like, yeah, people like that's like people worst fears be like, oh, this person gonna like them. No, they not exchanging numbers. We gonna vibe in the same room.
Not
Nobody's
in front of your face, Gnarly.
You know, this is my person.
Your face, Gnarly.
Like this is my person. I've been knowing him for a long time, and it's just like something I talked about with him, whatever. He already knows what it is, and we just having fun for the weekend. Like that's all it is. Drink, eat, have some fun, and go about our business. And then she gonna be back where she at, and I'm gonna be with him. Like this is how I go.
So what happened if after he gets back home, they hook up? Would you be upset?
Will I be upset that we all hooked up?
No, when you come
if he want to hook up with her, that's what I was trying to get you to
That's
understand.
what I'm saying. How will he hook up with her when he don't got her number? He don't got her social media. He don't got nothing.
Let me tell you now.
The entire weekend, right? Why are you taking
wait, Action Jackson. While she getting her hit on or her eat on, they could be slipping numbers. I ain't trying to put it in your mind.
Nobody is like honestly, like I talk a good game and I'm about my shit. Nobody, honestly, we not even gonna be on our phones, like to be real.
And that's the smart thing. That's the smart thing to do.
I'm not letting her business out there. For one, like she works for the state, so it's just like she don't want no phones involved anyway. So we're really not gonna be on our phones. So it's just like it's not even that type of time. We about to have a good time, and we gonna go and buy our business. That's all it is. We all
Shout out to Gnarly. One question though, Gnarly. One question.
Yes.
So how do you choose the woman or man when you want to do something like this?
Because so on topic, y'all, but okay.
But it's part of Tantra, letting
it's
go.
Part of Tantra, exactly.
Okay.
I want my man. I like we just into stuff like that. But the girl is just like, it depends on the girl. It depends on the girl. I mean, I don't do like maybe like two of my homegirls or whatever. And so it's just like, she just caught me at a good time. And I was just like, yo, what you doing next weekend? You want to slide? She said, yes. I was like, best say less. I pay for everything. Let's slide. She's about it because she just got a relationship herself. So she just like, she's into the stuff that I'm into. So I was like, hey, let's rock with it. So she's more excited.
That's grown
I'm
folk stuff.
excited. It's just grown.
I
So like, we
respect
really
that.
like I was gonna get one of my other homegirls who was actually a little bit younger, who was like in her early 20s, but I don't got time. I don't got time for no shy stuff. It's like you gotta be on what I'm on. I don't feel like teaching nobody. I don't feel like doing that. Like, I'm gonna respect my friend. Like, you do whatever. Like, you do whatever you want to do. I'm not gonna make you do anything you don't want to do. Don't eat me because I don't want that, but I will eat you. So it's just like that's how it is.
Hey, curious, that's you sound like that is very mature. That is very mature, and I can say for one, that's what's up.
Huh?
How'd you get your friend to agree to that? I'm just curious. Like, what's the conversation?
She said they was doing the same thing.
Like, excuse my French, but I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, but people say like, "Oh, you act like a nigga," and I mean, I kind of do, and I mean, I just know how to talk to women, and I know how to, I know how to get what I want.
How to finesse
you ain't play it till you get what you want. So it's just like I just feel like I know how to talk to women, and she's been on my line. She's excited, like. She said she been wet since I told her I wanted to kidnap her. So it's just like,
she excited. All right, Papa Doc, what you gotta say?
I'm gonna say I'm a finesser. I'm not saying I'm a finesser, but I know how to talk to women, and it's just like, and then I mean, I don't dealt with men who talk to me that way, so I learned. Don't hate the play, hate the game. Sometimes you gotta learn from the game, and that's how I learn.
Like, all right, see, that's my girl right there. Gnarly's my girl. Go ahead, Papa Doc.
Let me say this, right? First of all, I appreciate your honesty and your sexuality, and more people need to be open if that's what they want to do. And I'm not. So what I'm seeing is from the older seasoned ladies, how you guys are trying to talk her out of all of the bad things that could happen.
No, we're not trying to talk her out.
But that's just what it.
But wait
it
a minute,
could happen like that, but it just never happened to me.
Correct.
So I mean,
right. So they're giving you all the warnings, but I can tell you got your mind made up, okay? And I'm saying to you, enjoy yourself, protect yourself, have fun, and because stuff like this do ruin relationships.
Oh no.
Friendships.
Friendship, it does. It's happened, and I'm not saying it's
gonna
happen,
but just not to me. Yeah. I just know how to. I know how to play the part very well.
Gnarly, after next weekend, we want you to come back on and give us a testimony. Now, Gnarly,
not a testimony.
We want the details now. Hey,
I'll definitely tell y'all all the details.
For scientific purposes.
Of course.
Yes, go in depth. I need to know.
Yeah, but I also think that, some of us that's older, we have that in us, but we don't know how to come out and feel secure about wanting to be sexually like that. I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just saying in general, people in general.
Are you a Voyager, Papa Doc?
No, but that's the thing. Tantra, that's what Tantra is saying. You have to let go of the shamefulness. Yes. You have to let go of the blood, of the labels, and just be free. Like hippie time, let go, release, and be free.
Like I always say, in sexuality, it's all about pleasing your partner and your partner pleasing you. And if that's what it takes to please your partner, don't look at it as a negative look on you because you're not pleasing your partner. It's not that. It's just that he wants to, or the other person wants to explore more.
And I will say we won't be pleasing each other because like we please each other all the time, but it's just like, we just talked about it. That's one thing, like communicating, like, I'm a person where I have a man, but I also don't care about having threesomes. But I also been like invited to like different marriages, like as poly wise. But it's just like I personally just don't want to do that because I'm just like, I like what I like my man, and I don't want to have to do, like, I don't want it has to. If I do poly, it'll be with my man. It won't be with like any new marriages or something like that. I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. You know, I won't say I won't. I mean, I've been with a woman for like 2 years, but like I was engaged to that woman, but we're not together. But it's just like I like,
Oh, Gnarly, I got a
men.
question for you, Gnarly.
Yeah.
Dr.
What's up?
Fabulous got a question for you. Now, listen,
Yes,
Gnarly.
ma'am.
Listen, I'm going to bring it to you just like this. I'm cut and dry. You were
Okay.
engaged to the woman. Listen, hold on. Don't speak till I finish.
Okay,
You
man.
don't move them hands off the camera.
Listen,
Go ahead.
Gnarly, you was engaged for 2 years to this woman, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like you said you have a man now? Do you feel that you're settling with this man because it didn't work with you and the woman?
Oh, nah, this man been around for like, I knew this woman while I was like 17, but we dated when we was 18, like we're earlier in college. So we tried to do it again while we're older, but this man actually always been around. He was actually the person I was dealing with heavy before her. When she came back to my life. So it's like, no, it's not settling. I'm very like, I'm a Virgo, and a lot of stuff get on my nerves, and I just feel like he don't get on my nerves. Like, he don't smack when he eat. He don't, like, we have conversations. It's he also, like, he's my type. He's from Florida. I'm from Florida. I dated somebody who wasn't from Florida, and I just feel like I want to stick with my Florida race. I can't date outside Florida because I just feel like we don't relate.
Well,
So it's just
Gnarly,
like, no, it's not like it's not like, oh, he's the the rebound. No, he actually always been around, to be
okay,
quite
so
honest.
Gnarly, let me ask you this next question.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
he set up a threesome and he wanted to bring a second man into the relationship, would that be okay for you?
Because we already talked about this already, and it'll actually be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay if that's what he wanted. But
Okay,
we
so
talked.
let me
We
ask
talked
you
about
this.
I
that.
doubt if a man gonna do that. Want to bring another man in.
But that's what I'm saying.
That
Like, I
man
doubt
do
he's gonna
it.
do. I doubt he's gonna do that. But he's more into like he's a skinny man. I'm a plus size girl. He like big women. He likes big women. So it's just like, I doubt he really stick to himself. So he ain't gonna bring no. He ain't trying to have, like, no. He's very protective of me, so he's not gonna be like, oh, let's bring another man. No, he wants like another, like,
No, but
voluptuous woman.
like how you enjoy the lollipop, he might enjoy the hot dog. So I'm trying to figure that thing out, because if you're open and free, maybe he's open and free in both directions. That's what I was asking.
I'm not gonna comment on that,
Yeah, Fab.
but
I'm
no, he's
calling
just
parking
like, he's
foul.
more into like, he wants another. He wants for like another voluptuous woman with a
Yeah.
big voluptuous ass. So he's down for stuff like that. But as far as the man part, we never like.
Gnarly. Can I no, I just no you I understand. I need to just tell Fab this. Fab, that was a party foul, because just because she likes
If
what
you're
she likes,
open and you're free,
but
and
that's
I'm open and free. I've been through some stuff.
I'm
So what
asking the
she's
question
asking,
because she
hold
would
on,
know.
let me be the referee. So what she's asking is, if you can lick and you don't want to be licked, what if you say, you know what, I want to have two men and a woman, and then the men, you're in there, you guys are climaxing, things are going great, and then all of a sudden the second party that's a man maybe want to give your man a blowjob. How would you feel about that?
Honestly, if that's what he like, I love it. I don't really
girl, you
give
going
to.
on, you free.
I don't really. I feel
give
like
you 10
personally,
points.
like I actually work in the adult industry, but I don't do no sexual stuff. Like, I post for like OnlyFans models and stuff like that. I do that for a living. I've been doing that for a couple of years. But yeah, that don't really bother me. I don't care if a guy is bisexual or stuff like that, or whatever he is, that's his business. I personally don't care as long as you keep it clean, as long as you're not like, doing some weird stuff where, you sneaking and doing that stuff and bringing some weird stuff to me. Like, don't be gay and straight, but straight and gay, whatever it is. But I was like, I don't care what you do, well, that's your prerogative, whatever. If he wanted it, that's cool. I actually watch gay porn and I watch transsexual porn. So that actually is a turn on for me. So it's just like, it don't matter to me. If that's something that he wanted to do,
is wrong. Oh, you know what?
if that's something that he wanted to do, I will be turned on from it because that's something that I like. But it's just like, don't be secretive and do it. Just do it in front of me. Like, tell me so I can know.
She's saying be honest. That's it.
Yeah,
She
be honest with your
respect it.
sexuality. Because I personally,
be
I have an I don't give a fuck attitude. So it's just like, as long as you tell me, I'm good with it. Like, it don't bother me. But, don't be, most of the times, a lot of guys are, they like stuff like that, but they still prefer women. So it's just like, I'm not saying my guy.
But how can they like stuff like that and still prefer? I mean,
I'm not saying my guy is like that or whatever, but I'm just like, I had a guy who was like that. So it's just like, it didn't bother me. I actually liked it. I was like, some people just be like so scared to mention that to their woman that they like stuff like that. But me personally, it don't bother me because I'm like, I watch that stuff all the time and it actually turns me on. So I'm just like, if you like it, I love it. So it's just like,
Okay, well, Gnarly, thank you so much for sharing. But we have a question in the chat, and I'm gonna direct this to Action Jackson and then to Papa Docs. Do straight men like getting fellatio from males as well as females?
From female, hell no to the male part. Only females.
Okay, question. Wait a minute. Question. So do you don't like it because that's what society says, or do you just don't like, you want to feel the softness of a woman?
I've never tapped into that lifestyle, so this is no, it's not for me. I'm sorry.
Okay, but you know what, Lady T, you said the softness from a female. I think the inner portion of the mouth feel the same, whether you're a female or a male. Teeth, tongue, jaw meat. Okay, so Papa Doc, same question.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh. I'm sorry. Me personally, no, I'm like him. I've never tapped into it. I love a woman's touch. I love a female's touch. Not even going to try to even imagine what it would be like from a man. So that's just not my preference, and it's not because of what society say I should be doing or shouldn't do, but it's just not my thing. And one other thing on top of that, I've been speaking to quite a few people from the younger generation, and I'm not shocked, but the way they are about their sexuality being open now, like, the big thing is, people eating butt, that is big. I mean, it's like, there's nothing for them now. Like our generation, we see that. Oh, see, our generation is like, I've talked to some younger generation people this week and probably last week, I think it was, and just the openness about them, like they're getting their butt ate and eating other. I'm just, wow, just that's a new sexual thing for them. I mean, I know it's been around, but they just so open with it now, like it's nothing to them,
Well, thank you for sharing, Papa Doc. Now, we have another question in our chat. It says, and I'm going to direct this to Dr. Feelgood. Do men like their nipples sucked like women? Is it the same sensation? Dr. Feelgood, can you hear me?
Tell him, Doc.
I can hear you. Biggest thing is that feelings are feelings. No matter what you say, everybody feels things differently. But for the most part, if you're not biting too hard, it's okay. is pleasurable.
Okay. All right. I like how you clean it up, Dr. Feel Good. All
So what
right.
about the nipple rings? Would y'all like that?
I got
That's a
those.
personal choice. Some people get Prince Alberts, and they like that. I mean, personally, I wouldn't put a nipple ring in mine, but if a guy wants to, hey, let him have fun. Let him have at it.
No, you have the ones that you clip on, while you're having sex, and
Oh,
then
the
you
ones
just
that
take
pinch
it
the
off.
nipples?
Yes,
Oh, I
those.
seen those. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Action Jackson, what's your take on that?
Sorry, repeat the question.
The question was, they said you don't have to get it actually pierced. However, you can get the temporary clip-ons.
I don't like that kind of.
You're not okay. Well, thank you so much, Action Jackson. I'm gonna jump it on down to Papa Docs. Papa Docs, do you want your Christmas present from some fans to be some clip-ons?
You know what? I'll try that. I would try it. I'm not against it. I would try it, and I think
Okay.
like
All right.
like Doc says, the nipple is a sensitive area for men too, a man as well as it is for a woman. I get turned on by a woman, sucking on my nipples. So yeah.
Okay then. I saw a hand up, but I guess it went away. All right. Well, Danny, you're in the house. So I'm gonna come over to Mr. Danny. Danny, can you hear me? Can you talk, Danny? Are
Yeah, I
you
just got
tied
on.
down?
What's going on? No.
Okay,
What's
well,
going on?
Mr. Danny, we're gonna go back up. I'm gonna take it all the way back up for you because it was in the chat. We have, this open generation, the younger people, and she talked about she's creating an event for her mate, which is a threesome, 2 girls and 1 man. And then I asked a question about 2 men and 1 girl. They went all the way through that. Now is to the point is they was asking about men having their nipples pierced, and if not pierced, would they have the clip-ons to give you a stimulation? So my question to you, Danny, is
No.
okay, I'll just cut and dry, straight no in-betweens, none of that. And if you were, I don't know if you're into that, the threesome kind of thing, would you participate with the same-sex
It's a gangbang.
No. It's 2 men and 1 woman, but the man is going to be interacting with you as well.
Hell no. What kind of shit y'all doing tonight?
Okay. All right. No, I'm just asking the question for Gnarly. Gnarly she gave it to us and we're just spreading the word. Okay.
I just feel like with 2 men, like people think like 2 men and a woman is a is a train. Well, 2 men and a woman is a train, but in reality, it's just a threesome. That's all it is. But society's like, oh, it's a train. No, because like, okay, you might be getting fucked, but then you might be sucking dick, or you actually just might be just getting fucked, and the guy just watching and jerking off. So it's just like it's a threesome. Now, 4 people and more, that is a gangbang. That is a train to me.
Okay, let me ask you a question. So a double penetration, my meat feeling somebody else's meat, nah, that's not happening. No, we're not doing that. That's a gangbang.
Okay. So Marilyn, you have your hand up.
I do. So I feel like this, this newer generation, we are more sexually liberated. Like one of the participants, I forget his name. Oh, Papa Doc. He was saying like about the eating butt thing, like, oh, you guys are eating ass, and it came off like judgmental in a sense. So are you saying that you don't like your nipples sucked, or you're not into like the threesome because you're afraid of judgment, or are you just like it's a hard no, you don't want to try it because you don't know if you like it unless you try it?
If you're speaking to me, I'm very open. I'm
No,
just
no, I'm
talking
not
about.
speaking to you. I'm speaking to the
Oh,
group.
okay.
I just use
Oh,
your
okay. I'm sorry.
example.
Okay. All right. Cool.
He
Like
wanted
the
to
guy
answer
who
that
came
question, Marilyn,
So
for
bad.
all of his fans, for all his super fans. He wanted to answer that question, but we won't
So
put him
bad.
on.
It's still on my tongue. Shoot.
All right,
But
Latrice, welcome back. Welcome back, Latrice. Girl, you missed it. And I don't know if Leanne still can't chat yet, but I'm gonna get some words from Leanne tonight. Latrice, are you with me? Well, I guess Leanne is not Leanne, Latrice. I believe Latrice might be tied up. Can you hear me, Latrice? Okay. Well, without further ado, I'm gonna send it on back to you, Lady T.
Oh, this was a great topic tonight, guys. Gnarly, I am so intrigued by you. I mean, you definitely hit Tantra on the head tonight because that's exactly what it's about. And the thing is, society has put so many labels on people and situations to where we have truly lost ourselves. So I say, enjoy yourself this weekend. And we would love to have you back on the show to explain to everyone the adventures of Gnarly. But
Gnarly, you know what? I'm gonna jump on in there, Gnarly. Gnarly, you see that sign over there that says upscale love for you masquerade at sea? Girl, I want you to go on and get you a cabin, book it for 3, and you're gonna have a wonderful time. And then we'll get a chance to see you and meet you and do all that wonderful stuff. You hear me, Gnarly? We're doing it October 27th through the 30th. So if you're available, we got you, Gnarly. Gnarly then went on mute. Gnarly said, I ain't done, y'all. All right, Latrice, you putting all your fanfare up. What's going on with you tonight, Latrice?
I'm back.
You back? Okay, all right. So what's going on with you, Latrice? Now, you know they're talking about Tantra tonight. Have you ever tried it?
I have not.
You have not. Okay. Well, you missed the breathing exercise and you just got so relaxed and everything. And they were saying how wonderful it is to get that experience with someone that you want to be deeper and closer with, because you don't do it with every Tom, Dick, and Harry or
That's
Sharon.
true.
Had to throw that in there just in case. Keisha, are you with us tonight? Keisha?
Can you ask the question again? I apologize.
No. Keisha, I was saying, have you experienced, what is it? Is it Tantra? Tantra with anyone that you want to get close to, be intimate with on a deeper level, mind, body, and spirit?
No, not yet, but I'm working on it.
All right. So, welcome, Brenda. Welcome. Let me see. Dr. Feelgood, are you still with us?
You know I'm still here.
Okay.
I can't go nowhere.
Is there a part 3 to this? Because Lady T gave us part 1. You did a little bit on part 2.
Now trust me, there's we done covered a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that we've done that. I think we've probably talked enough about it that we can probably, if we want to continue it next week, that'll be great. But I appreciate everybody for coming on and being candid. And like I said, grown folks do grown things.
That's true.
Ain't no judgment here, but you ain't gonna find too many men that's gonna be up there talking about they like another man to rock their mic. Not too many men. Not to say that it ain't for most of us. Not to say it ain't for everybody, but it ain't for most of us. That's why I was like party foul, because yeah, we're not gonna. That's not gonna happen. Two meats don't need to be too close together. We ain't that comfortable with each other. Yeah, but that's just me saying that. But
yeah, that's you, because they say today's time, the new generation is
Nah, that ain't just
wide
you.
open.
That ain't just you. That ain't just
but
you.
I'm just gonna say, I agreed with Gnarly about a guy and two women. If they on opposite ends, lean into our pizza. But but that means the woman is the focus of the attention. And I talked about a year ago, I talked about women's fantasies, and that was one, to be pleased by two men. It didn't mean both double penetration, but it meant that they were performing to that the woman was the primary means of satisfaction, that her satisfaction was ultimate over everything else. That's all I got. Back to you, Fab.
All right. Well, as I said, tonight has been a night, and I'm going to ask Lady T and Action Jackson for their closing statements or arguments. Because, baby, listen, let me tell you, gnarly girl, I want you on that cruise ship come October 27th through 30th. So, let me ask you this, Gnarly, who invited you? Boy, okay, Gnarly done put me on the hard hole. Okay, Lady T.
Okay, I just want to thank everyone, and I think we jump started Mental Health Month. Very good. It was hot and spicy, and I hope you all learned something tonight. And that's the purpose of May, to start teaching ourselves how to self-care. So I'm going to pass it on over to Action Jackson. Let's see, what do you have to say?
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining tonight. The topic was very hot and spicy. Gnarly, you kind of saved the show, made it very interested. Hope to see you next week or follow up on your adventure with Gnarly. Thanks everyone once again for tuning in, and have a blessed week. And looking forward to see you next weekend.
All right. So as everyone said, this has been a hot and heavy production by Upscale Love for You, featuring Gnarly. So Gnarly, without that being said, we're looking forward for you coming back, Gnarly, to tell us about your adventure next week, because I'm going to have my ear to the screen, girl. Yes, I am. But nevertheless, each and every one of you, welcome so much for coming. Don't let this be your last. And as I stated earlier, we are planning our Upscale Love for You masquerade party at sea. And I wanted to say, please take the time out to go on Facebook, join our group. Also go to YouTube and subscribe, like, and share. And remember, tonight's podcast is explicit. So if you got some young ears, put them out the room and get that review. Because some of y'all might want to go back and hit replay to get that real 411, that in sync. Those of you that came on late, had to jump off here and there, go back and listen to it, like it, and share it on YouTube and our group. If you want to send us an email, it is upscalelove, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. Once again, let me move it up. Oh, you can't see it. Upscale Love for You, the letter 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. The same with our group on Facebook, our page on Facebook, as well as YouTube. And with that being said, you all, thank you so much for coming. And I'm going to say good night. And guess what, y'all? Smooches. Good night.